This is the Celtic Forever podcast, and I'm here with John to discuss everything Celtic. How's things, John?
All good, thanks, mate. How's yourself?
I'm okay. Just a wee quick reflection on the game the other day against Kilmarnock. How are you feeling now the dust is settled?
Like I says, I wasn't that bothered with getting out the League Cup anyway. It's like I've said for the last few podcasts, if we're going to be put out of one competition, that's the one I'd rather it was, you know.
No. Well,
But
I'm different for you. I'm still a bit annoyed about it. It's so early in the season to be knocked out of the cup and no chance of a treble this early. It's only August, but we move on, didn't we? It's next game up St Johnstone, so we move on. And this only having one game a week doesn't help matters. You know, you want a game in midweek just to get back into it again, get a good result, and move on for it. But we're having to wait a full week. But I suppose that's what happens when you actually qualify for the Champions League.
well, then again, if I was to pick one competition we won in, it would be the Champions League because I'm not looking forward to it. You know, that team's the way they're playing right now. I mean, it's not looking good, but. Now, there's the dust settled, like I says, we'll know that first about the League Cup. It would be good to be in it, mind you, but if I had to pick one, like I keep telling you, that would be it. But we're not in it now, so it's onwards and upwards for Kilmarnock, innit? Good luck to them, innit? It's happening now, and we move on.
Aye. Well, it all seems to be bad news coming out of Celtic. News of injuries, lack of signings. We'll start with the injuries. Obviously, the news on Naroski and Carter Vickers, Welsh and Kobayashi all out for 8 weeks. We're very light going into Ibrox, aren't we?
Aye, well, obviously Naroski's had a few games under his belt, so it would have been good for him to remain there just as some kind of familiarity in the back line, but Carter Vickers out for another long spell, that's no good, is it?
No, I think we rushed him back. I think we rushed him back too quick, and he's picked up another injury, and that's another 2 months. That's nearly 5 months that Carter Vickers will have been out for when he returns.
It was just to buy another defender, simple as that. And like I said to you, we need another defender anyway. I kept saying that even before we signed Lagerbielke. We needed another defender. So nothing's changed there, you know.
Aye, so we definitely need another defender, and but as a bit of a crisis going into. Even for the weekend against St Johnstone, we're going to have to play Lagerbielke and Scales at centre back, aren't we?
Aye. I think Big Skills will do all right there. It's at Parkhead as well, isn't it? He should be all right there.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they get somebody in before the weekend, which I doubt very much. I know we're linked to a few players. Tierney being another one of them. Again. Right now, I would have to, even though I keep telling you I don't want Tierney back at Celtic, but right now I would take him there because we really need strength in that back line, you know.
Aye. Well, the news on Tierney's he's been released for first team training, so he's not involved in the first team at all. So they're obviously looking to offload Tierney. But it's the old stumbling blocks wages, isn't it? We can afford these wages, and I suppose only time's going to tell on that one, isn't it?
So obviously we can't afford these wages. I mean, what was he on? We don't know what he was on. We'll say 90 grand a week. Celtic's maximum wages, what's Celtic's maximum wage to a player now? I'd imagine it's Callum McGregor. He's apparently on, I don't know, nobody knows for sure, but these guys are on about 25 grand a week.
I think it is 25,000, aye. He's the highest paid player at Celtic then. Well, allegedly, I don't know for 100% sure on that, but I think McGregor's the highest paid player now.
Aye, well, apparently McGregor's on 25 grand a week. That's obviously the rumour that flies about. How they get information of this, I don't know. I mean, nobody knows what's in his paycheck unless you're him, you know.
Aye. So, I'm not looking forward to Ibrox at all. I know that's another 2 weeks down the line, but I'm not saying we're going to beat St Johnstone and then move on to Ibrox. I'm not saying that. But we should beat St Johnstone and then we move on to Ibrox. But if we're going to face Rangers without our whole centre backs and we're relying on Lagerbielke, who's just in the door 5 minutes, that's a worry, isn't it?
That's a big worry, aye. A big worry. That's so you're probably right in saying maybe Scale should be starting there. He's got a lot of experience in Scotland, so, and he had that season loan out at Aberdeen. He did well there, so why not just bring him in? He's got experience, you know.
Yeah. Another injury, obviously, is to Hatate. He's going to be out for about 2 to 3 weeks, so he's missing the Rangers game as well. It's just not looking good at all, is it? We've also got O injured still. He's not going to be back. Mikey Johnson out. The only bit of positive news was Alistair Johnson. He'll be ready for the weekend to face St Johnstone. So, but what kind of conditions he going to be in? He's not kicked a ball in 2 months.
Nah, he probably gave him a 20-minute run out at the weekend, maybe gave him one half. But aye, he's not played in a while. But he's going to be a starter if he's available, isn't he?
Yeah.
At Ibrox, I mean.
Aye, it's if he's fit, if he's playing for the start at Ibrox, I'll be happy with that. But again, you're pinning your hopes on Scales and Lagerbielke at Ibrox. They might pull a flanker and play a blinder, at Ibrox, the two of them. But that's all we can hope for.
This is what you don't know. This is what you don't know, Zandy. You've got to think about these players that don't get a game. They want to fight to get in the team, so a performance for them at these places could do them a lot of good, But the other turn of the coin is, or the other side of the coin is, they could have an absolute stinker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You just don't know, but that's the way it is. Welsh is out injured as well. That's no great worry for most Celtic fans.
You can't even fall back on Kobayashi, who's also out injured. That's 4 centre-backs out injured. It's unheard of, isn't it?
It is, and from memory, we had a lot of that. The COVID season, the day the COVID Kings won the league, and we're back to that again. Not a full team injured, but you know what I mean. Near enough a full squad injured, isn't it? It's about 10, 11 players out.
Mm-hmm. Nah, you've got all these players out. You've got players that have left the club, and there's no signings coming in. I know there's another week to go in the transfer window, but as it stands today, it ain't looking good.
It's all links again, isn't it? Linked with this guy, Lewis Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
3.5 million bid being launched apparently. Never heard of him.
No, I've never heard of him. I've looked into him. He's a Honduran left winger, internationalist. Supposed to be a replacement for Jota, but nobody'd ever heard of Jota before we signed him, I suppose.
That's true.
And then the other link today is Haksabanovic. He wants to leave as well.
Oh, thank God.
I know he's not actually done it for coming to Celtic, has he? There's not been a moment you can say Haksabanovic was an outstanding player today, so if he wants to leave, just let him leave, as far as I'm concerned.
When he first joined, he was as a sub a couple of times, and you thought, he looks a player. And then as the season wore on, he wasn't getting a start or anything like that. He's obviously got sick of that. He's never been a regular starter, has he? So good luck to the guy as well, not harm him. I'm not a fan of the guy at all.
Yeah, well, apparently he's wanting to leave before the transfer window closes. So if the guy's hitting out with that, and obviously it's just rumours, but if he is saying things like he wants to leave before the window shuts, and then he doesn't leave, you've got an unsettled player on their hands.
Well, Hatate's another one that's. I was just reading that on the BBC website about an hour ago. Celtic remain hopeful Rio Hatate will agree on contract. So obviously he's wanting more money, or he's just wanting away.
Everything's up in the air just now.
You look at last season, didn't you? And you think settled team, settled management, everything gone well. And it was just, you watched a game and this is a club that everybody's in it together. It's all going in the right direction. Suddenly Postecoglou leaves, and there's tons of injuries and there's players wanting it, and it's all upside down, innit? It's just went pear-shaped.
Mm-hmm. Aye. I'm not optimistic, to be honest with you. As it stands today, things just don't look good at all for Celtic. You know, that might change in the next 6 or 7 days what's left in the transfer window. If we sign 3 or 4 half decent players, then I'll maybe look at things a bit differently. But we'll take on St Johnstone. We'll see what happens there. Obviously, Rangers play first yet again on Saturday, so they could close the gap to All Square, and then Celtic play at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon against St Johnstone. Then we'll take it from there. Then, if both teams win, we go into Ibrox 3 points clear.
Aye. Well, we can only hope. I think Celtic, I says that the last few games, Celtic, it'll be a close game, and I think it's going to be the same again. But I think it'll be slightly more in Celtic's favour. I'm going for a 3-0 against St Johnstone. 3-1 we'll say, because their defence is out.
Aye, we're very limited in the defence. You look at who the defence is going to be. It'll be Ralston, Lagerbielke and Scales, and then Taylor on the left, and that's your back four for Saturday.
Aye, that's a stick-on back four. There's nobody else to play in defence, is there?
No, and if one of them get injured, who have we got? Who have we got on the bench? You're starting to look at B team players, aren't you, to come in?
Everything's looking bad now, but like you says, within the next few days of the transfer window closing, it's everything could change. You can maybe get 3 or 4 more players in that time and see what happens.
Yep. And if these Saudi teams come in for Hattati before the transfer window ends as well, then that's your main central midfielder gone. And all these players need replaced if they leave. And I can't see us getting 4 or 5 top quality players in before next Thursday.
No.
Maybe I'm just being pessimistic, but I just can't see it.
Well, you can't help feeling that way, because it's just that's the road we're going down now, isn't it? It's all the players are getting injured, players want to leave, there's contracts, players don't know if they want to sign a contract or no. There's no good news coming out of Celtic right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only natural to feel pessimistic about it.
And then on the park, we're not playing great either. It's not just off the park with the signings and injuries, it's on the park, which has been beat with Kilmarnock, knocked out the cup. No great against Aberdeen, no great against Ross County, no great in pre-season. And then it could all change. We could beat St Johnstone the weekend, Rangers draw against Ross County away, and then we go to Ibrox and beat them.
Aye, you don't need, listen, nanes can tell the future, can we? It's not written yet, so we need to wait and see what happens, and we can just remain hopeful that there's still, 7 days left, 8 days left in the transfer window to go. We can only be hopeful that Roy gets what he wants. He must have had his eye on players before he came here,
Aye.
I'm sure Kieran Tierney's probably at the top of his list.
I mean, Rodgers all the sound bites are positive, there's still so many days left and we'll get players in, so you can only take the manager's word on it, I suppose.
We'll wait and see what happens. Just right at this moment, we're right to feel pessimistic, because that's all the news that we're getting. There's nothing positive coming out of Celtic right now. Nothing.
No.
So we're right to feel that way, and I think probably find that 99% of Celtic fans feel that way. If somebody feels different, leave a comment and tell us that you feel different, you feel positive about stuff, because right now I think most of us are feeling a wee bit down in the dumps about the way things are going.
Mm-hmm. Aye, and I'm one of them. So I'll give you my prediction. You've gave us a 3-1 to Celtic against St Johnstone. I'll say 2-0. We'll win the game 2-0. It'll be a scrappy sort of game, but we'll come through the other end with a win. And I'll take that just now, the way things are going. I'll take that just now. Any sort of win. And if they drop any points against Ross County up at Dingwall, that's a bonus. So, is there anything else you want to add, John, before we call it a day here?
No, we've just about covered it. That's everything that's coming out of Celtic right now. So the players that we've been linked with, I've never heard of any of them, apart from Tierney, of course. I think the old rumour about, what was the wee ex-Aberdeen player's name again?
Ryan Fraser. think
I
that's
says
what.
I thought it was Kilmarnock he played for, and I said in another podcast that Aberdeen, I remember him.
Aye.
Now that's disappeared, which is good because none of us were happy with him being linked with Celtic.
No.
Lewis Palmer and Kieran Tierney's the only players we're really linked with right now.
And if I get the two of them in, it's obviously the Palmer guy. I've never heard of. Don't know how he plays. Not seen him on YouTube or anything like that. So, but if these players come in, it can only help bolster the squad, especially Tierney, because we need a strong left back. Because Greg Taylor's getting ripped to bits just now.
Aye, well, we definitely need a left back, and we definitely need another centre back now. I mean, I said before, Carter Vickers got injured and Naroski got injured that we needed another defender.
Yeah,
So it's even more so now. We need another central defender.
Might need another two. If they're out for 2 months, they're going to miss the start of the Champions League as well.
Aye, no, I don't even want to think about the Champions League. No, the way we are playing right now in the squad that we've got, it doesn't bear thinking about. I don't know why Celtic fans look forward to this Champions League every season for taking these drubbings, you know.
Aye.
But it's good to see Celtic in Europe, but at that level, I don't think it does players' confidence much good. Then again, we won a treble last season after getting beaten the Champions League quite heavily.
Well, that's true. It's good to be in it, but as you say, you don't want the 7-0s off PSG and Barcelona and gubbed off Real Madrid. No. It's not great. And it depends on the draw as well, doesn't it? You could get a favourable draw and do quite well in the Champions League if you're lucky. All right, John. Nothing else to add then?
No, that's everything covered. Good luck to Aberdeen tonight and good luck to Hearts as well.
Yeah, good luck to the Scottish teams, apart from the obvious one, as you say. Good luck to all the Scottish teams.
Good luck to PSV next week.
PSV. I was disappointed in them the other night. I know they played Rangers.
I actually forgot the game was on. Totally forgot about it.
I know they played Rangers off the park, but it just didn't look as though they had anything up front. But
their main striker was it.
Aye. They managed to get their 2-2 draw, so I suppose it takes it to next week's game. And I think Rangers knocked PSV out this time last year in the same round, in the same stadium.
Aye. I'm not sure how long their main striker's out for, but let's hope he's back in time for next week, because I don't know, I never heard anything about the game, who was a better team, Rangers or PSV or whatever.
I watched the game, and Rangers, their second goal was a mistake for the defender, and the PSV second goal was just a header for a corner. It was a sort of a bog standard game. It was nothing special for either team. But I'd say PSV had the better chances in the game and more of the play. I think they had like 66% of the possession at Ibrox. But we'll see what happens next week. Wanting to keep an eye on, I suppose.
Aye.
All right, John, we'll leave it there for the day. We'll do another podcast at the weekend. We post-match, pre-match, for the Celtic St Johnstone game. And we'll see you on Saturday. All right, buddy?
Okay, Xander, see you next time, and hail, hail.
Hail, hail, buddy. See you next time.